If your ex is dating someone and you're freaking out, watch this video because I'm going to explain what you should be doing in order for you to manage this phase successfully. Maybe you're going to get back together, maybe you won't, but right now what matters is how you approach the next few weeks, because if you don't follow the right approach, you'll suffer more than needed. You will actually damage any chance of you reconciling with that person, and you won't learn anything about this breakup or about this person that you dated. I'm going to start with a very important reminder. The reason they're dating someone has nothing to do about you. The fact that they're dating someone doesn't define your worth. So sometimes we feel like they rejected me, they're replacing me with someone else. And I'll discuss in a second about this mental idea, this sort of narrative that sometimes people have. What you have to understand is that when you rush into a new relationship very quickly, it's usually not reliable. It's emotionally not reliable in the sense of they're using that person to cope with the breakup. So my first tip is to stay grounded. And their actions, what they're doing, should not, I know it's easier said than done, should not control your narrative. You have to stop thinking about this idea of win-lose situation. They broke up with me, they're dating someone, they're winning the breakup. That's not how it works. It's not a question about winning loser. And the reason you're having a hard time is because you are superimposing your memories, your reality to this new relationship. This is extremely important. Your thoughts are the real challenge. The reason you're in pain right now is not because they are dating someone, it's because them dating someone creates a narrative about who you are. What you're doing, and it's very hard not to do, but what you're doing, but the point of this video is for you to recognize this, is you're superimposing your past on this new relationship. So the picture that I showed before. This idea of they replaced me. And then when you have this sort of image in your mind, you can't help but thinking, who was I? How can I be replaceable so quickly? How can I move on so quickly? And you start challenging yourself, start challenging your judgment. Was it a lie all along? Was it a real relationship? Did I waste my time? Etc., etc. So the point here is to acknowledge your thoughts and understand that you have those thoughts. They are not bad in themselves. The problem is to dwell on those thoughts. The reason people have a hard time dealing with breakups is not because they feel a certain way or because they love the person, it's because they keep on dwelling on things. In other words, if you were to create anxiety in a lab, what you would do, you would ask people to think about something in the past. So usually it's something you can't control. Think about something in the past, and you're trying for them to solve the problem, knowing that there's no solution. And so what happens when you do like this, you're in a loop, trying to find a solution of something you can't control. And you feel frustrated because you can't have the answer. And so you do it again and again. So again, acknowledge your emotions, process what's going on, write them down. That's why journaling is important. Talk to a therapist, talk to a friend, and then take action on that. It's not about dwelling, it's about moving forward. That's the key element. And that's also the reason sometimes we have a hard time when our partner is dating someone, because we feel they're moving forward and we are stuck. So the point is, like, I'm giving you the tools for you to move forward as well. So a few tips that you can do. Maybe pause the video here, take some notes, label the thoughts, okay? Thoughts, feelings are not a fact. It's an interpretation of the situation. You have, and you can try practicing mindfulness. So you have plenty of apps. But the point is, again, I described how you create anxiety. If you focus on the present time, on the present moment, you won't feel anxious. Okay, mechanically, that will help you to be grounded. You can use, and that's what Elizabeth used with her clients in DBT practice, the stop method when you start overthinking. So visualize a sign, a stop sign, when you start thinking about, when you have thoughts that are not helping you. Journaling can help. So that's what we do with my clients on WhatsApp. They write the journal on WhatsApp and we reflect and we discuss on those things. It's also about reframing. So that's what we do in therapy, is like shifting the focus to positive outlook. Rather than always dwelling on the past, always dwelling on the negative element, the fact that you're single and they're dating, always look at the positive aspect. It's very important. Another element, and that's the tip that you might see online everywhere, is to distract yourself. That's on its own, that's not enough, but that's helping to create the right environment. Because the distraction, as always, is always temporary, Then you get back home and you're on your own. So that's why you have to have the right structure in place, those things, and make your own. So the journaling, find what works for you. I'm not a big fan of journaling. Most of my clients, they love journaling because we do it on WhatsApp and we can reflect and that really helps them. Mindfulness, there's plenty of things, plenty of apps. Just breathing in and out, just going for a walk, right? Distracting yourself, there's plenty of things you could do. But it's about being proactive and strategic about what you want to achieve. Rather than thinking like, I'm in pain, they're dating someone, fear of missing out, I'm on my own, I'm lonely, and sort of resassing and ruminating on those things. No, take action. Again, pause the video, take some notes, and plan. One thing I would advise you to do, let's make a contract between you and I. At the end of the video, pause the video, stop WhatsApp, stop YouTube, and plan one of those things. What are you going to do today or tomorrow about journaling, about reframing, about distraction? Make it happen. Okay, watching videos is helpful because you get insights, you have clarity on what you need to do, but now it's about taking action, okay? Or book a call with me if you need to speak with someone or with Elizabeth. But take action. It's very important. Or a therapist, I don't care. It doesn't have to be me, but do something. And that's also what's preventing you from healing, because you feel like as I said, they are moving forward and I'm not. So yeah, just take action. The problem is that when we are stressed, when we are tired, and that's what happens when after a breakup, we're usually tired, we're low on energy, and we feel, I will do it when I feel it's the right time. Now, studies have shown that motivations comes after action. So you need to start the process and then the motivation will follow. And that's why you need to start the process with small, tiny action. When I say distracting yourself, I'm not saying like you should register yourself to a marathon and run 20K tomorrow. No, I'm just like, hey, maybe tomorrow you're going to go for a walk because you've never done it. Do something new. Challenge yourself a little bit. Okay, please, please, please do it. Take action after this video. Finish the video because it helps me for the algorithm. Even if you're not a follower, please subscribe. That does help me as well. Now you have to understand it's not a competition. So obviously sometimes we like to compete, right? That's in our nature. When you think about it as a competition, that will automatically affect your self-esteem. Because you're single and they're dating someone. So if you're in a competition, you're going to feel like, it's because I'm not worthy of love, I'm not worthy of being in a relationship. Yourself, your value, hasn't really changed from the day they started dating someone to the day they broke up with you, or to the day or to the months before they broke up with you. Okay, so it's important to understand that you're the same person and you have to focus your attention on who you are really. And the right behavior is to be detached. It's about showing them that in a way you don't care, you have your own path. Okay, that's why it's important not to interfere, to try to break them up, to contact your ex. If they contact you, that's their problem, that's not yours. The priority at the moment, it's you. It's not them, it's not the relationship. That's your priority. That's the only priority. Okay, remember this and take action. And the sun is telling me, go out, go for a walk, go sunbath. It's quite rare in London, so I'm not gonna stop. Obviously, no competition, stop comparing. You don't know the full story. You don't know this person. Maybe you know this person, but you don't know them really well. When you compare, you will project an ideal relationship, an ideal person, which they're not. Most of the time, rebound relationships, they don't work out. When you start comparing yourself and you project on things, because you don't have the full picture, obviously what we do is we're going to idealize the person. They're better looking, they're more interesting, they're funnier, etc. We don't know. Okay, you don't know. And again, asking questions about things you don't have answer creates anxiety. It's not a competition, you're on your own path. That's where you find that growth element. Okay, growth is the only thing that matters. Stop playing that competition game, that mindset, because probably your ex is not playing that game. Maybe they are. Maybe they're using that as a way to show them that they're winning the breakup. You're stronger, you're better than that. Okay, it's important. Growth is the focus. It's the only thing that matters right now. And so what you have to do is to build that happiness. Be proactive, self-confidence, joy. Find things that bring joy in your life. It sounds a bit silly, but sometimes people, you're not motivated, you don't want to wake up, even though it's super sunny where you live. Find what works for you. What sort of things, and ask yourself that question. Maybe that's the starting point of the work you need to start today. I'm going to put some sunglasses. What steps will make you feel more fulfilled? What are the things that, simple things that you can do that can make you feel alive, for example? Okay? The growth will become the byproduct. Okay? The idea is like you have that structure, you have that plan, you make progress, things will unfold naturally. Okay? That's why, and it's very hard to understand when you're suffering from a difficult breakup, is that you need to enjoy the process. Okay? There's a path ahead. You have to join that path of growth and enjoy the process and grow from it. Perhaps, but rebound relationships, as I mentioned in other of my videos, usually fail. They fail because they are not based on the right set of compatibility elements. They usually fail based on sometimes intimacy, but usually passion, which is usually short-lived. So it's not stable, and that usually don't form healthy long-term relationships. Now, having said that doesn't mean that you should focus your work on the time frame. Those relationships usually 6 to 9 months. But that doesn't mean that you have to set yourself like, okay, I'm going to put a timer, and in 9 months, I will finally be happy. No, that's not how it works. That means between now and 9 months, if we take the 9 months, you do the freaking work. You create that life. You engineer your life so you create joy, fulfillment, growth. You have the right support system, you have the right activities, you feel alive. Okay? And that's outside of the relationship. Okay? Over time, you'll get that clarity. Over time, you might actually change your perception of your ex, of their relationship. I can guarantee you that in 6 months' time, the way you look at their relationship, the way you feel about your partner will change. Maybe you'll still want them back, but I'm pretty sure you want them. The way you want them back will be different. You would want them back on your own terms. You would want them back without compromising. You would want them back if they prove you that they are worthy of your love. And that's a big difference. And maybe in 6 months' time, you'll feel like, I don't want that. And you'll meet someone and you have another relationship and you'll be happy with that person, right? But the point is doing the work, focusing on yourself right now. And that's why, again, it's very easy for me to say because I'm not involved emotionally, I don't have feelings for the person. It's a long game. When you act emotionally, when you act out of impulse, you can make dreadful mistakes. You can damage the relationship. Again, when I say relationship, it doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to get back together, but maybe you want to stay friends with that person. So the way you interact with them, the way you engage with them, you have to be careful and have that strong emotional regulation. That's why it's important to act detached, confident, not showing them that you do everything to make them react, that you do everything to make them feel that you miss them and so on. The thing is, you can look at it as a test of your relationship because the time will reveal the true potential of what you had, the true potential of this partner. Right now, you're potentially idealizing that partner. You're projecting the potential. You feel like it's unfinished business. There was something that I could feel that we could have, right? That could materialize. I don't, and therefore I feel in pain, I feel the loss. Over time, you're going to start reflecting on those things and potentially realize that the potential that you had, that this idea, that this narrative that you created in your mind was just a lie. I don't know, but maybe that was just a lie. The element here, and I'm going to say that, I think I'm going to say it like 20 times, is focus on you. And one thing that you can visualize is becoming someone you admire. I'm a strong believer that you can't love someone you don't admire. You need to admire a person in order to fall in love with this person. And so one way for you to fall back in love with you is to become a person you would admire. And guess what? If you do that, you're going to attract people. You're going to attract high-value partners. You're going to attract the right relationship in your life. Maybe your ex, maybe not. I don't know. But that's not the point. You're going to attract the right relationship for you. That's what matters. Maybe it's with him or her. Maybe it's with someone else. But what matters is that it's the right relationship for you. A relationship that works for you. That meets, where someone can meet your needs. Where someone invests. Where someone commits. That's what matters. And that's the path you're ahead of you. We don't care about the rebound. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's reflecting somehow on some of your insecurities. Fine. Learn from that, reflect, move forward. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Bye.